It's no secret that Hunter is close to non-existent on the Hearthstone standards ladder. Contrary to Paladin, which has had a difficult time with viability since the beginning of Standard, Hunter seems to be primarily the victim of the Mean Streets expansion itself. It's even rumored by some in the community that Hunter, in its current state, is in relatively worse shape than any other class has ever been before. Let's take a look at what has happened to Hunter, why it is struggling for air in the current meta, and also what lists are being theory crafted in the attempt at any traction for Hunter in the competitive landscape. The story of Hunter is becoming more distinct with each passing week of the Mean Streets meta. At a glance, we can quickly see in the data exactly the extent to which Hunter has vanished. In terms of class frequency, what composed at times nearly 20% of the meta before the Mean Streets expansion has dropped off almost completely, sitting now at 1.4% of classes being played overall. In terms of power rankings, Hunter is completely off the grid, sitting at the bottom of Tier 4 for even its most refined archetypes at the moment. Most telling is what we see in terms of matchups. Win rate charts for Hunter will show that between its two strongest archetypes, Secrets and Midrange, the class has only one matchup that is favored, and against the three most common decks of the meta, Hunter is oppressively unfavored. It still seems that the only way to utilize Hunter's tools effectively is towards an up-tempo game plan. But Pirates have made the rest of the meta incredibly fast, and face Hunter's tools simply don't keep pace. Because of this, and combined with the fact that Hunter is an inherently non-control class, mid-range and secret styles of Hunter have been the place where theory crafters have settled, and have been the focal point of most theory crafting in the class so far. Several iterations of secret mid-range Hunter, even implementing mechanics that might steal games, like Barnes and Yashiraj, have been trying to get a foothold, but have done so with only limited success, and have managed to ignore all of the Mean Streets cards that have been added to the collection. An interesting surge in what's become known as Math Hunter, or simply Combo Hunter, has been surfacing on the ladder. While it has obvious struggles with consistency, and leans heavily on some conditional combos, it's worth mentioning for its innovation in the spirit of future possibility. The class spread for Hunter is probably the most telling when it comes to deck lists. While other classes in Hearthstone will show at least a dozen cards being used in almost all the archetypes, Hunter is all over the map. The class is confused, completely unsettled and unrefined, and iterations are reaching far and wide for more failed attempts at a strong list. One thing we might take away from this overview is that unlike Paladin and even Priest of the past, Hunter is suffering in a very particular way right now. It has no home in theory crafting to work in. Its own identity as being fast and aggressive has been overtaken by other classes completely, and its capacity to compete with any of the other strong decks in the meta has fallen short. It appears that the meta will continue to be fast and continue to be polarizing, and it might be reasonable to conclude at this point that with Hunter falling this far off the trail, some significant balance changes, as well as Hunter class additions, are going to be necessary for Hunter to come back to our side again.
To my side!